Hey guys, Quiz here, back again with another Star Wars Battlefront 2 video. Kind of a Star Wars Battlefront 2 video. I'll be talking about Star Wars Battlefront 2, but sadly I'm playing Star Wars Battlefront 1. I haven't got Battlefront 2 yet. Very, very sadly. But in this video I'm going to be talking about what heroes they really need to add to Star Wars Battlefront 2. Whether or not, they're going to add them, well, whether or not they've already been added to the game, but we just haven't seen them yet. And wait, obviously yet to see them until the game releases, or whether or not, they might add them into a DLC later on down the line. I think they said all the DLC is going to be free, so they might add it to a free DLC later on down the line. Also, all these heroes, all these characters are going to be Clone Wars characters, kind of. Not all from the prequels, but some are from the Clone Wars TV show as well. Really cool if you haven't checked it out. I think a lot of people are put off by it just because it's animated, but that was me recently. But then I just went and watched it, and I thought the thing's pretty damn good, and the characters in it are really, really good. So all these characters are going to be from the Clone Wars, because that's like the main thing. That's the main focus with Battlefront 2. Well, it's not the main focus, but it's what everyone's waiting for. It's for the Clone Wars stuff. It's for the Clone Wars content, and DICE and EA know that. So maybe we'll get more Clone Wars characters than we'll get kind of boring new trilogy characters like Captain Phasma and Finn and stuff. To me, Jedi and Sith are much more interesting than those two characters, or characters like that. So yeah, I'm going to get into the list. First and foremost, Grievous, obviously, just Grievous. General Grievous. He's got freaking multiple lightsabers, I believe 4 lightsabers. Although he might have 6. It's been a while since I've watched Revenge of the Sith, so I don't know. I think he has 4. But either way, he's awesome. He's a badass. I really want to see him in Battlefront 2. Very interesting. Probably the most interesting character to play as possible. I just think, period. Probably the most interesting character to play as. He's gonna, if you think about it, he'll have such a weird sort of play style and sort of dynamic to him, like character dynamic. Because I doubt it'll be very tough. I don't think he'll be very powerful or tough. Because if you look at his body frame, his body, I wouldn't say body type, but sort of character size. If you look at his size, he doesn't seem like a tank necessarily, because he's got his freaking heart as like his only organs. I think his heart and his lungs very exposed, hence why he got wrecked by Obi-Wan Kenobi. Other than that, though, he's pretty damn tough. He's pretty beefy, obviously, and he's got 4 lightsabers, and he's pretty fast in terms of combat, not in terms of running, but in terms of combat. So I would really like to see him. I think they will add him, because so many people, you could just go on the Facebook page, the Twitter page, anything, YouTube videos for Star Wars Battlefront 2, go on anything related to Star Wars Battlefront 2, and all there is people saying that they want General Grievous. That's all they want from the game. They want General Grievous, and I agree with it. I definitely want General Grievous to be put into the game. Definitely be, I think it'd be one of the most interesting characters in the game, one of the most interesting heroes to play as in the game. It would just be equally awesome and terrifying at the same time. Imagine playing as him, that would be really awesome, but seeing him run up towards you on the map, that would be terrifying. I think you probably need a change of underwear after that. Also, next one is Mace Windu. I'd really like to see Mace Windu be added to the game at some point, because he's got some really, really interesting powers. At least in the film, he's really the only character we saw in the prequels that's kind of is a dark Jedi. For anyone that doesn't know, there's a ton of videos out there on YouTube. Check them out if you haven't seen them. Not mine, just anyone's, random people on YouTube that talk about the different kind of Jedi and stuff, and the different kind of Force users. One of those is Dark Jedi, who kind of is like a Jedi, but sort of employs Sith methods, Sith Force method. Can't do English. Force methods. And I think Mace Windu is really the only character we saw in the films that is kind of like that. He's kind of pretty much like that. The only character in the films that is kind of like dark, but at the same time he's technically a good character. And he's a badass. He's awesome. Really cool. Obviously, purple lightsaber. Imagine seeing that in the Star Wars Battlefront 2 graphics. Imagine seeing that. That would be amazing. And that would be a very cool character to see. Also, I think he'd be pretty damn tough and beefy as well, quite physically tough, probably have quite high health, but also be pretty fast. Another really interesting character, and I'd really like to see him be added to the game. Also, imagine rocking around with him and Yoda, just to, double teaming safety. They have, I don't know if they're going to have heroes versus villains in Battlefront 2, but imagine that, just rocking around Yoda, and Mace Windu. It would be awesome. They should have done that in the films, and then maybe Yoda would have beat Sidious. But yeah, Mace Windu, very cool character to add to Battlefront 2. Next one is Anakin Skywalker, my personal favorite, because of my age. I grew up, a lot of people, older people grew up with Star Wars, and Vader and Luke Skywalker were like the main characters and like the main Star Wars characters that everyone was talking about. But I grew up with the prequels and with Anakin Skywalker. I'd really like to see him because he's probably one of the most skilled, at least in the films, in terms of the films, one of the most skilled saber fighters, so the saber wielders in the game, or in the films, sorry, and will be a very cool character to play as in the game. Also, it would be, if ideally we could play as Anakin Skywalker against Vader, that would be really, really cool. See if Vader had more health, but was a lot slower, and obviously isn't as good in a fight or with the Force as Anakin Skywalker. That'd be really cool, pitching those two against each other. Also very cool pitching Anakin Skywalker against Kylo Ren, who's already, confirmed for the game. That would also be really cool. Obviously, Kylo would probably get wrecked. He's a noob. He does not seem very powerful, judging from The Force Awakens. Next one is Jango Fett. I'd love to see Jango Fett in there. Imagine playing. I believe you can have multiple heroes, can't you, at once? I think you can have. Yeah, you can. At least in some game modes, multiple heroes alive at once. Imagine having Jango Fett and freaking Boba Fett, both available, both playing. Playing with your friend or something, playing with your buddy. One with Jango, one with Boba. That's just like a Star Wars dream come true, seeing those two team up. Obviously they can't because they're age, but that would be so goddamn cool. And really entertaining, I think. That would be really, really cool. That would be really, really cool if they added it. They added Jango Fett in. Also, it'd be cool because they kind of got the same technology in a way. I mean, they've got the same armor and everything, but they would have different stats. They have different abilities and stuff. It would be really, really cool seeing how DICE and EA sort of stack them up against one another, and how they sort of compare each of their sort of fighting styles and possible play styles. It would be cool comparing them. It would. And maybe if there's going to be like a hero free-for-all mode, I really hope there is. If there's going to be like a hero free-for-all mode added to the game, we do like Jango versus Boba, which is another like one of my little Star Wars fantasies. But it would be really, really, really cool. I think they should add Jango Fett. I think Jango Fett on this list of mine is probably going to be the only character that I want that isn't a lightsaber wielding guy or girl. And that's just because of how cool he is, and because I think it would be really, really cool seeing it, especially because Boba Fett is in the game. It would be cool having Jango Fett in the game anyway, but the fact that Boba Fett's in the game as well, that would be very cool. It would. Next one is Qui-Gon Jinn. This really needs no explanation as to why I like this character, because I literally, for anyone that doesn't know, I named my YouTube channel, literally my YouTube channel, all of it, forever after this character. So clearly, I like this character. Qui-Gon Jinn, I just really like him. He's a Jedi, obviously he's a good character, a good guy type character, but at the same time, he's just such an interesting character. Darth Maul and Qui-Gon Jinn, two of my favourite characters, both got killed off in the first Star Wars film. So I'm not very happy I wasn't very happy about that, but Qui-Gon Jinn, I just find him so interesting, such an interesting character, and such an entertaining character. Not just kind of like a standard Jedi or even a standard character, just really interesting. Also, I think it would be pretty cool to rock up with him playing as him. You got a friend playing as Obi-Wan Kenobi, obviously prequel Obi-Wan Kenobi, who's actually in this list later on as well. And do like a 2v1 with Darth Maul. That would be amazing. Living out the Phantom Menace fantasies. That would be really, really cool, I think. And I think out of all this list, I think Qui-Gon Jinn will probably be my most favourite character, depending on how they build him. If you make him like a wimp, like just give him really terrible powers and abilities, then maybe not, but I don't think they will, because he's a very iconic character. Even though he was only in one film, I still think he's a pretty damn iconic character. So it would be cool having him in the game. And like I said, out of all this list, apart from Anakin Skywalker, I think he's the one that I'm most excited about to possibly be added to the game. It's my favorite character in Star Wars, so I would like to see him added to the game. Obi-Wan, like I said, Obi-Wan from the prequels, not necessarily the Alec Guinness one from the older films. That would be cool and everything. I feel like he'd probably be quite a bit less fun to play as. An amazing actor, obviously, an amazing character and everything, but he's not the most physically capable, as you can see in A New Hope, and it never really worked much on his saber fighting skills or his like literal force skills. He has a lot of like mental force ability and powers and all of that and everything, but he doesn't really have any like physical force abilities like force push and stuff like that. I don't think he would be that fun of a character to play as. In the same way that Darth Sidious or the Emperor probably would have been more fun to play as if they'd put Palpatine in, or maybe they will put Palpatine in as well. At the end of Revenge of the Sith when he pulls out his freaking red lightsaber. I think he's probably potentially more fun to play as than the Emperor is in Star Wars Battlefront 1 that I'm playing right now, because he's not really that fun to play as, not really. So I think Palpatine would have been more fun. Therefore, I think Obi-Wan from the prequels probably would be more fun. Obviously, just a lot more fun to play as. Also, it will be really, really cool, like I said, doing kind of like a 2v1 with Darth Maul, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Obi-Wan. Also, very, very cool rocking around. Say if you got another buddy or another friend rolling around with Anakin Skywalker and you're rolling with Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think that would be really, really cool as well. I'm just divulging all of my Star Wars fantasies right now. Count Dooku, another really, really cool one. I think he reminds me a lot of Qui-Gon Jinn, because he kind of went over. He wasn't like a stereotypical Sith in the films. I think he's a very, very good character, obviously an amazing actor as well. I'd really like to see that character in this game. I just think it would be amazing. It would be very, very cool. And he'll be so goddamn fun to play as. I think he'd probably be very, very different to really any other character, because he'd be sort of very powerful with the Force and also very powerful with his saber, lightsaber. I think it'd just be a really, really fun character to play as, and they would really miss out by playing. He'd probably be the best bad guy character, apart from Grievous. He'd probably be the best Sith character to put into Battlefront 2, potentially to put in Battlefront 2. I think, at least. Would be very, very cool seeing him, and obviously it would be really, really cool reliving that amazing 1v1 between Yoda and Dooku. That would be awesome. Also, it would be really, really cool doing like a 2v1 with Anakin and Obi-Wan versus Count Dooku. Again, another Star Wars fantasy. I think that would be cool. Again, I just got wrecked. This is a live commentary, and I just got freaking wrecked by that ATST. The next one is Savage Opress, I believe I'm pronouncing that right. If you haven't seen the Clone Wars TV show, you'll have no idea who that guy is. I didn't up until recently. With the release of Battlefront 2, I've sort of gotten more into Clone Wars and looked more into it and watched more of it, or started watching it. And he's Darth Maul's kind of apprentice, I guess you could say. I think he is technically Darth Maul's apprentice in the show. And I think he's Darth Maul's older brother as well. He's really cool character. Not that physically or in terms of force. He's not powerful in terms of force that much. He's weaker than Darth Maul, and he's weaker hand-to-hand than Darth Maul, but he is still a very cool character. I think it would be really cool to see a character like that, or him, in the game. Also, it increased sort of awareness. I don't know if awareness is the right name or the right word, but it give the Clone Wars TV show more recognition, and maybe move more Star Wars fans onto the Clone Wars TV show, because it's really good. I think a lot of people just neglect it because they think it's a kid show, because it's it's animated. That was me a while ago. I thought the same thing. I think a lot of people would try that show out and take a look at that show if they incorporated a Clone Wars TV show character into it. And now another one from that show is Asajj Ventress. I'm probably not Asajj, I don't know. Female character, very cool. Haven't really seen many scenes with this character in, but it looks really cool. This character, she uses double red Sith lightsabers. Obviously, Sith use red lightsabers, but she uses two of them. Very cool character. I think this character will be really physically intensive, like very fast on the battlefield, like Luke Skywalker, but obviously with two lightsabers. Very fun to play as. Probably not the most powerful in terms of force. The only scenes that I've seen of her, and I don't think she's in the show that much, but I haven't seen much of it yet. I haven't finished it all. But I don't think she's that powerful with the Force. It's kind of demonstrated that she isn't that powerful with the Force in the show, but she does seem like she got a very cool fighting style, very fast and very intricate, with double lightsabers, double red lightsabers. So I think very cool character to incorporate into the game and to play as. Again, it would also help out the show. I'm not sure if Disney will do this, if Disney will allow this, because Disney had nothing to do with the Clone Wars TV show, and they shut it down completely. Those evil douches, they shut down the Clone Wars TV show and cancelled it. But I don't know, it would be cool. It would move more Star Wars fans onto the TV show, introduce more of them to it, and it's a very cool character. If you haven't seen it, like I said, check it out, or just check out the characters on YouTube. That's what I did to get into the show. Very cool character. Would be really, really cool to see that character again. Another lightsaber wielding character. Now, the final character. Last but certainly not least, Jar Jar Binks. Definitely have this character. And I mean, how could you not have a Star Wars Battlefront? How could you not have a Star Wars game without this amazing character? He's clearly very powerful with the Force, very capable with lightsabers and everything. Very fun character to use. Obviously not, I'm joking. But that's going to do it for this list. There are obviously a ton of characters, but this is my I don't know how many I've just listed, like 12 or something, 11. This is my favorite characters. These are the best characters. Like I said, no original trilogy characters, because whilst original trilogy is great and everything, I think we saw enough of that with this game. And we saw the best, which is Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. They were the ones that people wanted the most, obviously. I don't think we should see any more of that, at least not via DLC. I don't think we should see like Nien Nunb or Greedo or Dengar or Bosk. I think they're really boring characters to put in, so I really hope DICE don't waste, the developers don't waste, development time and money and funds and effort on those characters, because I don't think anyone really wants to see those characters in the game. Now, new trilogy characters, yeah, that would be cool to see those in the game, but I would rather see Clone Wars. They're just so much more fun. Apart from Kylo Ren, really, and Luke Skywalker, I don't find that many characters in the new trilogy that awesome, really. At least in terms of gameplay, they are cool in the film and everything, obviously. But I don't think they'd make for very fun characters, at least not compared to Clone Wars or prequel characters. But like I said, that's gonna do it for this video. If you guys have anything to add, maybe you guys got a few opinions, a few characters that you'd like to see in the game, obviously let me know down in the comments. I'm eager to hear your opinions. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it or found it interesting, leave a like. It would really help me out, and I would really appreciate it. If you want to see any more of my videos, definitely stick around and subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.